It's high time we put the unsung heroes of this pandemic front and center. Our nation's youth, our young Juans. Cooped up and silent for almost a year, it's their turn to speak up and for us to listen. Let's keep it light, let's keep it fun, and let's keep on learning.
Everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the season 1 of the Young Ones podcast. And tonight we are gonna, check out our student athletes because, since there's no UAP and I don't know how the competitions are gonna go, we want to know how they're doing right now. And tonight I have two very special guests, student athletes, and later on we'll check out where in the world they are because literally they're like spread out, okay? They'll tell you later on. First on my list, we have Chino C from UST Institute of Physical Education and Athletics, Bachelor of Sports Management. He is a judo varsity student athlete, Philippine National Sambo team member, Jiu-Jitsu gold medalist, judo bronze medalist, Sambo gold and bronze medalist. Later on, he's going to tell you the details of these medals, of course. And of course, SEA Games gold medalist. Keep in mind that these guys are teenagers. Say hi, Chino!
Hi!
Okay, next guest is Sydney C, UST Bachelor of Sports Management as well. She is a Sambo bronze and gold medalist, Courage bronze medalist, SEA Games first Filipino athlete to win Carla Mampiep, I hope I said it right, Memorial Sambo World Cup. Say hi, Sydney!
Hi po sa inyo lahat.
Did I say it right? Carla Mampiep.
Carlam Piv po.
Carlam Piv. Okay, Carlam Piv Memorial Sambo. Now, if you notice, this is Chino C and Sydney C. That's because they are siblings. So, these guys, so they're siblings and they're both athletes. And right now, while I'm talking to them, they're both in airports. So, how cosmic is that for these guys? Sydney, tell us where you are going. We know you're laid over in Istanbul, but where are you off to? You're on your way to?
I'm on my way to Serbia po, Novi Sad, for a competition. A world championship po for Sambo.
World championship for Sambo. So you both are Sambo athletes. I want to know, how did you start with Sambo? Who started? Si Chino o si Sid?
I did po. Sa Sambo po, I was the first one to compete, but pag-start po sa martial arts, sabay po talaga kami ni Chino.
Pakikwento mo nga, Sid, ano ba yung Sambo?
Sambo po is a Russian martial art. It's a dynamic sport which consists of sport sambo and combat sambo. Yung nilalaro ko po is sport sambo, while combat sambo is may hantulad po natin siya sa mixed martial art na laro. It has striking, while sport sambo is more on throwing po and submissions.
Throwing as in throwing the person?
Yes po.
Okay.
Balibagan.
Balibagan, yes.
Balibagan,
so,
yes.
What are you competing for right now?
Sport sambo po.
Sport sambo, you're competing for sport
yes,
sambo. Okay, so ikaw naman, Chino, bakit ka nagsambo? Na-inspire ka ni Ate Sid?
Opo, pero sabay naman po kami, nauna lang po siya mag-compete internationally po. Noong 2012 po ata kasi nag-compete na siya ng sambo. Nung unang international tournament po namin, may sambo competition din po, sambo event dun sa nasalihan namin. So, nauna po siya sumali.
Nauna siya sumali. Pero ano yung martial art na inumpisahan yung magkapatid? Ano yung first martial art nyo, Chino? Is it sambo? Is it jiu-jitsu?
Nag-start po kami 8 years old, pero judo po. Judo.
Sabay kayo ni Sid.
Judo ba?
Oo, judo. Sa listahan ko. Ay, jiu-jitsu daw, sabi ni Sid.
Jiu-jitsu, di ba? Ayun, jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu plus judo. Kasi wala tayong mat na maano. Wala
Oo,
tayong mat na
jiu-jitsu.
pang pwede
Oo.
magbatuhan.
So, jiu-jitsu muna and then judo. Tapos, you are UST
Opo.
scholars. So, anong sport nyo sa UST?
Judo po.
Judo
Judo
Judo.
po
po
kaming
kaming dalawa
dalawa.
ni Ate.
Opo.
Okay, natanong ko na to yata dati, pero you trained together, I mean, before the pandemic, you trained together in UST, dun sa may UST gym?
Hindi
Hindi
po.
po. Separate po ang training na men, women, and juniors team po.
So even the schedules, you're not sabay.
Yes.
So, but when you're at home, like in your own time, when you find time, do you guys spar with each other?
All po. Pero ngayon din na rin po masyado.
Tapos pag nag-aaway kayo, pag merong awayan na ay, tinatapon mo ba si Chino Sid?
Hindi po. Boxing naman po yung sport namin pag nag-aaway
Boxing yan.
kami.
Wala
Okay.
pong judo.
Combat sambo po kami pag nag-aaway.
Combat sambo. Sino na nanalo?
Si Chino
Ano
po kasi
tayo
umiiyak
parate.
ako.
Ah,
Opo kasi umiiyak ako.
sabi ni Chino, tayo daw kayo palagi. Pero according to
Opo,
Sid,
tay.
according to Sid, Chino, you win kasi she cries muna, nawiyak muna siya. Nauna pala siyang
Kaso
umiyak.
ako po yung napapagalitan eh. Kaya tayo lang rin po.
Oo, ikaw na, ikaw na papagalitan ng mommy at daddy. Pero, okay, so since the pandemic started, before the school vacation yun, di ba, around March, natigil yung training nyo during that time.
Yes po.
When did you start training again? Like, what month in this year? Virtually, of course. I mean, not face to face with your coaches in your team, in your judo team, and in your national teams. Did you start training? Because you said are in a competition right now, so I'm assuming you trained like months before. But when did you start?
Yes po. Nang virtual training naman po, mga around May ata, nag-start na rin na humingi yung coaches namin ng videos, and sometimes nag-group training kami online. But yung nag-start po talaga ako is when, 1 month after Chino started training, nag-start na rin po ako bumalik in shape. Kasi nung lockdown po talaga, sobrang wala po talagang ginagawa, nasa bahay lang. Na naging unhealthy ang lifestyle ko.
You're given that. It's okay. It was it was an extraordinary time. But at least you're now back in shape and you're back in the competition. And how about you, Chino? When did you start training, or have you started training na ba?
Opo, nagsasend po kami ng videos sa coach po namin. Tapos nagji-gym po ako, nagbubuhat po parati, pero hindi po as rigid as yung pag may kasamang teammates at saka pag judo training po talaga pag sa school.
Grabe, no? As in, you probably miss sparring with your teammates and getting tips face to face from your coaches. That's probably the thing that you miss most right now. Okay, so you probably miss sparring with your teammates and having face to face training with your coaches. So pag sa women's team, babae yung coach, pag sa men's team, lalaki yung coach, tama ba? Or pareho lang, isa lang coach mo?
Hindi naman po. Hindi naman po. Iba-iba pong coaches, pero yung coach po namin sa women's team is lalaki pa rin po.
So for UST, you're not doing any competitions for this year?
Wala pa po kasing update.
So wala pa. Pero for the Philippine team, that's why you're on your way to Serbia right now. Go lang. Tuloy-tuloy lang yun sa Philippine national team. So how is online school? So now that we've talked about your training, how's online school? Let's talk about your course, sports management for the both of you. What year are you in at Chino?
Second year na rin po. Basta may mga backstab.
May mga back subject si Chino. Mommy, Daddy,
Oo,
alam po ba niyo yun? Pero, yeah, how is it? How's the load? What's your day like? What time do you start? Ganyan.
Binabaan ko po kasi yung yung units na tinake ko this sem po kahit online class kasi akala ko po madali lang yung lockdown. Akala ko po short lang tapos
Mm-hmm.
babalik na ng face to face. Tapos hindi po pala sayang dapat nag-take na ng maraming subjects para habang online class lang na-take ko na yung ibang subjects. Pero naman siya, di naman po masyadong stressful sa akin kasi onting subjects lang. Hindi ko lang alam sa ibang athletes kasi maraming subjects po.
Or depende siguro sa course, no? Maybe in the
Opo,
second sem, pwede mo na i-take up yung mga hindi mo tinake up ng first sem. Pwede ba yon?
pwede po.
Pwede naman yon. How about you, Sid? Sydney, kumusta ang online classes for you?
Okay naman po. Medyo challenge lang po siya kasi syempre po, alam naman natin sometimes talaga yung internet talaga hindi siya stable.
Mm-hmm.
Hirap makasali sa mga meetings namin. Ayun po, minsan yung parang yung channel na ginagamit namin for yung parang website na ginagamit namin sobrang bagal and kailangan sobrang bilis ng internet mo para hindi ka maging Lego. Lahat kami nag-square.
Like,
Naghahang kami lagi.
Slow motion, minsan nagba-blackout.
Slow
So,
motion,
di
ganun.
ba? Oh, so,
Sakto pa po sa attendance palagi pag nawawala yung internet.
pag tinawag niyo yung attendance. So,
Opo.
you're facing so many challenges as a student and at the same time being a student athlete. Not only that, but being an athlete for the national team. How are you guys coping with the challenges? What do you guys do? How about let's start with Sydney, si Ate.
Ako po kasi, yung outlook ko po is lagi lang po ang outlook ko po kasi when I do things is dapat masaya ako habang ginagawa ko siya. So, hindi natin maiwasan yung stress, lalo na po, kunwari, being an athlete, lalo na po ngayon, mag-isa lang ako mababiyahe, medyo stressful po yung process and yung mismong travel. Ayun po. Pero, nilook forward ko yung sana maganda yung result, sana yung nasa-satisfy po kasi ako pag masaya ako na habang ginagawa ko yung gusto kong gawin.
So mag-isa ka lang ngayon, Sid, from the
Opo.
airport in Manila, in the plane hanggang dyan.
Yes po. From Davao po.
From Davao pa. Mag-isa ka
Opo.
lang nagbiyahe. Pero when you get there, you know the people naman kasi you've been competing since before eh. When you get there, may mga kakilala ka na may ibang athletes from other countries or first time mo rin sila makilala?
Yes po, may mga kakilala po ako kasi yung mga co-members ko rin po sa Athletes Commission ko. Yun din po yung mag-help sa akin for my competition.
Okay, that's good to know. At least when you get there, you know somebody kasi mag-isa, wala kang kakilala doon. Okay, that's very comforting for me. How about you, Chino? How do you cope with all the challenges?
Ganun rin po. Dapat nag-enjoy lang sa ginagawa. Pero ako po kasi mas gusto ko po na dapat nag-improve ako every day or every time na nagko-compete ako or every time na may ginagawa ako, dapat po nag-improve ako one after another po.
Okay, so you're working on improving yourself pa now than you were before the pandemic. I have to say hi and hello to your mom and dad. You have raised such, children with such happy disposition. I'm nakaka-proud. Feeling ko, alam mo yun, kung ano yung nafe-feel na parents nyo, hindi yung nafe-feel ko. Nakaka-proud kayong dalawa. Pero, ito yung tanong. So, you've done judo, jiu-jitsu, sambo. Is there any other sport that I missed that you guys got into?
I did Courage po.
Yun, Courage. Ikaw, Chino, Courage. Nag-Courage ka din? Hindi.
Hindi po. Pero nung po ako nung elementary at saka high school, taekwondo at saka basketball rin po ako.
Taekwondo
at saka lang po.
Okay. So, now that you have done all those martial arts, meron pa ba kayong gustong gawin? Like, meron pa ba kayong gustong to train for or to learn na martial art? Chino, ikaw muna.
Siguro po, MMA po siguro, mixed martial arts.
Oh my God!
Pero di ko po, kasi natatakot po ako kasi baka magkadugo-dugo yung mukha ko po at saka
Ako rin, natatakot.
suntok po ako eh.
Ako rin, natatakot din ako
Opo.
para sa'yo. Di ba?
Pero idea pa lang naman po siya. Di pa siya ginagawa.
MMA. Maybe after you graduate. Na?
Opo, siguro.
Aral ka muna dyan. Okay? Let's live until like 30. And then, we'll figure it out. Consult muna natin si Tita Joey. Okay. How about you, Sid? How about you, Sid? Is there anything else?
Gusto ko po magkaroon po ako ng, tawag yan, achievement po in terms of sa sambo ko po na sports. Kasi, ayun po, wina-workout pa naman po na masali siya sa Olympics. Pero, hoping po, if ever lang po na makasali yung sambo sa Olympics, sana makasali po ako. Yun po yung nilolook forward ko.
When's the next Olympics ba? The one this year got postponed, diba? So, when's the next one? When's it gonna be?
2024 po.
2024 na.
2024.
And it's still gonna be in Japan?
In Paris na po.
In Paris na siya. Okay, by that time, pag in-interview ka namin ulit, papunta ka na ng Paris. Napanood mo na ba yung Emily in Paris? Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes. Speaking of that, so, lalo na tong si Chino, since konti lang yung units niya this sem, marami siyang downtime. So, what have you been binge watching online?
Yung sinuggest niyo po na Queen's Gambit,
Ako
natapos
talaga.
ko na rin po agad.
Sabi ko na eh. 7 episodes
Sobrang ganda
lang.
po pala talaga.
Galing, no?
Opo.
Diba? Gusto mo na rin mag-chess?
Tapos, Attack on Titan na anime.
Anime?
Hindi po kakayanin ng brains ko.
Grabe!
Opo, anime rin po.
Kaya mo yun, chess! Tapos mag-compete ka rin worldwide. O, diba? Anime! Anime naman ang pinagkakabalahan mo ngayon. How about you, Sid? Si Sid mas busy kasi.
Ay, natapos ko na rin po.
So, anong nakalista sa'yo, Chino? After no anime?
Ay, wala pa po. Nag-aantay po ako suggestions.
Mamaya, bigyan ka listahan ha. Pero off cam na. Okay. Sydney, how about you? Although alam ko, mas busy ka because you've been training for the past few months. Pag may downtime, what do you watch?
Ayun po, mga crime-related series. Tulad po ng How to Get Away with Murder, mga
Alienist, gano'n.
MacGyver, mga gano'n.
Pinapalabas pa ng MacGyver ngayon.
Yung yung bago po.
Yung bago. Okay. Kakatakot tong si Sid. Nakakatakot mo yung kaaway to si Sid. Mga pinapanood, puro gano'n. Tapos, nang iit siya pa. So, anyway, you take care on your way, Sid, to
Thank you po.
to Serbia. Ikaw, Chino, steady ka lang dyan. Take care. Don't hold, don't touch anything. Sid, why don't you invite us, to check out your competitions online and also, tell us where they can follow you, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
You can check out PIA's International Sambo Federation page for live updates and live feed po nung competition. Also, I'll be having my update po sa Instagram ko, which is at Sydney. Yun po.
Yay! Good luck, Sid. How about you,
Thank you
Chino?
po.
Instagram, Twitter, and upcoming events in your life.
So, i-wait nyo lang yung mga events na parating sa buhay ko. So, follow nyo ako. Chino C with 3 Ys. Chino C, YYYY.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya,
Twitter and Instagram na yun.
po. So, thank you very much po sa papunta sa amin dito. And, thank you ulit.
Meron kang gustong is there anyone you wanna say hi to?
Wala pa po eh. Wala pa po akong girlfriend eh. Mama, papa, ay po.
Nananawagan po kami. Si Chino po, wala pa daw girlfriend. Medyo nagre-reklamo siya.
Single po ako.
Yes, single and ready to mingle. How about you, Sid? Anyone you wanna say hi to?
Hi po sa lahat ng profs ko na sana payagan po ako. Magpapaalam pa lang ako. Na may competition ako.
Hindi pa nila alam.
Wala pa pong pasok eh.
Okay. Friends, co-athletes, teammates, coaches.
UST Judo Women. Let's go.
Rock on! All right, Chino and Sydney, thank you so much for joining us. You guys
Thank
take
you
care,
very much po.
Okay, you guys
Thank
take
you
care. Take care. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how some of our student athletes are doing. And you know what? If you have any suggestions, just hit us up on our Facebook page, FM1 Philippines, and of course, Young Ones, the podcast happens Monday nights at 10 p.m. on the FM1 Philippines Facebook page, Republicast on YouTube, FM1 Philippines as well, and also on Spotify. See you next week. Bye-bye.
It's high time we put the unsung heroes of this pandemic front and center. Our nation's youth, our young Juans. Cooped up and silent for almost a year, it's their turn to speak up and for us to listen. Let's keep it light, let's keep it fun, and let's keep on learning.